truth be told, I think you just simplified, hit the nail on the head. Anusha, we as a society don't accept failure, right? It's a taboo that if you try something and if you fail, people look down upon you. If there's a woman entrepreneur trying to do something of her own, already there's so much resistance around her. And in which case, if she happens to fail, it just becomes very difficult for her to come back. What's your take on this?
I think one basic thing that all of us have to remember is an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur no matter whether it's a woman or a man. The balance sheets are the same, the IT returns are the same, no difference. So I think, there is no dual standard in running a business by a woman or a man. So I think the basic, a failure, even as a man, a failure is not accepted, even as kids. In India, I think nobody wants anybody to fail. That's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, till today. No. It's somebody looking out for you. You don't want to fail. That thought, like how he was saying, it's a learned helplessness. It's a thought that's put in your mind. And, even when you're a kid, whether it's a girl or a boy, they have to perform, they have to, they have to fulfill certain expectations. These are things that are changing now, but I think as a woman, if you fail, the responsibility that you've taken, the risks that you've taken are a little higher. And going back becomes maybe difficult, because once you've failed, a man probably, he has the opportunity to go back and try something else. But as a woman, when you're supported by so many people, then you're, told. I mean, these are all things that, I can say that living in a bubble that everything is equal, and I've seen literally that things are not equal. Even in a Women's Day issue, I was telling this. I was in Rajasthan, Jaisalmer, like 2 months back, and I saw this really nice village. And we had this street food there, dhaba place, where we just stopped by on the way to Pakistan border. And this village, almost 1.5 hours we spent in that place. I couldn't see a single woman. The whole main street of that village, everything was happening. And there's so much going on, like trade and selling, shops, whatnot. And finally, to my satisfaction, one woman on a scooter with her husband, or the whole family just went by. I think to just satisfy me, because I was just looking, there's not a single woman. I was wondering where the women are, and the couple of men who were with me were joking that they may be doing real work while all these people are here. So this is, it's very easy to sit in a bubble and say, everything is fine. It's the challenge is we have to educate them. I think empowering them, educating them, from the beginning, from the childhood to make them understand that it's okay to fail. It's okay to be a girl. It's okay to do certain things as a girl. I have a kid who's trying to go to Olympics. She comes from a very, very, very normal background, and she's very inspirational. I mean, even I get inspired seeing her. Her performance, once you see, the next time we'll be wondering, she's in school in 10th grade, and one of my schools, and she just, next time they invite, people for her performance, she'll be, a totally different performance on a different level. So she challenges herself. The things are, I think only education and, solving the parity between, the haves and have-nots is for the poor and rich. Like that, there are a lot of women who are already there. And those women, I think, have to take the responsibility for the others as well. Like how humanity in general, the better ones are taking the responsibility for the rest. The women who are already there have to come. And once the person feels it inside, they break everything. If they know that they can just go to any extent. For me also, I had an incident, incident in the sense very early in my career when I was in the US, I was working for Airbus, and I got this opportunity to travel the whole world, putting systems on the airplane. And I was not confident that I could do. And one of my managers said, just try it, and if you can't, just, we'll see what we can do. In 6 months, I was traveling all over the world. In a couple of years, I got to travel 30 countries. And it just, I was just loving what I was doing. And I've spent 36 hours straight sitting in an airplane in a tarmac, trying to fix her. And I was the only woman in the 50-member engineering team. So this was, a big lesson for me. There's nothing that one cannot do. And there was not even in Japan, in service, in engineering, in the Japanese airport, they didn't have a toilet for women. This was in 2005, not very back, So these are all challenges that you face. They think that women can be in service but not in engineering. So there was never a toilet in the engineering division for women. So this was the condition. Right. So you break all that once your mind is clear. So I think that's where the change has to come, and that's through education, awareness, and constant.
Sure. Mind over matter. Uma, let me ask you this question. She was talking about women in villages. There's massive potential out there, millions of women who can be skilled and reskilled and brought to the mainstream workforce. What can we do for these women? Because that will really change the condition of the nation.
Yes, as our Prime Minister is telling that we should improve our villages first. So village is the place where we really need to put our mind and soul to empower women there. In FICCI, we had gone to the tribal village called Sengutiyur. Out of experience, I've just seen those village women. When we went to, just to talk to them even, they didn't come out of their houses, and they were feeling very shy and all that. So we had to go regularly and talk to them and bring them out of their shells, and then teach them about the products available over there, like the honey and the green leaves and all that, herbs and everything, and teach them some packing and materials and all that. So this was a project done from our women organization. And it was a nice experience, and it is a different thing that when we go to the villages and talk to the women there, of course they are really empowered, because when you see a village lady, she is very strong, not that she is very weak or anything. So as such, she is much empowered, but she doesn't come out of her shell. So, we have to create that atmosphere where we give them the opportunity to come out and then look at the world outside and explore. So that way we can think, and we have to change the attitude of the people, like everything is good, everything is equal, and we have to come out and make them understand.
We need change at the grassroots level.
Yes,
if I'm not wrong.
we should do that.
Sure. Mona, I'm going to ask you a tough question. How do we create more women like you?
Already created. All our tribal girls are operating CNC machines. Studied in Kalapatti Tamil medium school. I went to SRC because inge co-education ennala mudiyadunu. I went to SRC for doing my MSc. Now I am doing all over world business. I got International Women Entrepreneurial Challenge Award, where I was given 3 minutes to speak about our company. When I spoke, all over world, some 24 were there. They were all wondering, and they came and appreciated me. How come you look so simple? You are doing engineering products, whereas all others were doing boutique, cake, breakfast bar, like that only. Maybe I was the only one doing engineering products, and it is all inside. So I am telling, initially our village people, they didn't come forward. They said, no, current pudichukku naanga varala apdi. So I set an example. I put myself involved in working all those things. After seeing me, they all came. So now also skill development, I'm also a member in, board member in JSS, where we give training to all the tribals and village girls in all the other equipments, including operating machines and other things. What else? It's only knowledge, skill development, and giving them value education. That part is very, very important. So giving them, teaching them about the values and others, and confidence, self-confidence, some breathing technique, taking care of the body and how to eat food and other things. So wherever I go for getting the award and all in EEPC, I was the only lady to receive the award. Now only some 2-3 people are coming. For the past 15 years, every year I've been given the award for export excellence and other things. All the credit goes to all our group, top to bottom. Each one of our company is important. I treat them like a family. So mainly the credit goes because of our group prayer, eating together, praying together and working together. That's only makes a bonding and success is ours, nothing else.
Sure.
So I believe in that values.